Yeah. Ain't no telling this. Probably, carrot top the whole exercise. I really think right there. Yeah, we should be straight. All right, Shalom. First and foremost, we want to give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushua, Bahashem, Rakhat, Wadash, and your double honors unto the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, and peace and blessings to all you Wakim out there who pushing His word with all truth and sincerity. As well as all you believers out there as well who believing on the gospel. And again, it's a couple brothers from the Great Millstone Houston camp. Lord blessed us with not only another opportunity to come prophesy again, but this is also our comfort. It's our comfort. But before we get to the real comfort, which is the kingdom, right? The new bodies which go come by way of what? That second covenant, which has been a hot topic lately. Right. But before we get through all these things, we have to fight a fight though. Oh, that reminds me of Jacob. You want to get that real quick back? I think it's like Genesis 32. But our forefather Jacob, remember, before his name was changed to Israel, him being a prince of the power, right, a son of the power, he had to fight first. That's when you wrestled that angel, you had to fight first, and that's he gonna say. The angels look, the angel like, look, man, let me go. Jacob said, I'm not gonna let you go until you bless me. That's the same mindset that we have to have right now. Because again, you got, ministers of the new covenant telling you, or taking that spirit of fighting out of you, telling you, you good already. You good already. If you tell somebody they good already, you're not gonna die. You in a new covenant, you ain't gotta worry about nothing. That takes that fight away from you. What's the purpose in it now? That's like you know who you are.
That's like you catch these Christians saying, I know I'm saved. Well, if you know you saved, what the hell are you waiting on? I mean, we waiting on Yahushua to come back and hopefully deliver us. We hope to be some of those men. That's why we say we are hopefully lit. But you Christians say, I'm saved, I know I'm saved, then you don't need a savior.
Right.
That's like throwing a life jacket to a man standing on dry land. What he need it for? We need Yahushua because we don't know. We prisoners of hope. But if you sitting there saying you know you saved, then yeah, you don't need a savior. So why are you even out here doing it? Why even do video? Why do y'all even go to church? Why do you even pray? Why are you wasting your goddamn time?
Right.
If you already saved. You got it. That just don't make sense, bro.
Even Yahushua, it said in Hebrews 12, before he got to his glory, he had to fight. He had to be crucified. The scriptures say the servant ain't greater than master, but let's listen to the scripture. You got something?
Yeah, I was just going to brother said, right quick in Matthew 24:13, it says, but he that shall endure unto the end, same shall be saved.
Right.
All right, so it's enduring. All right, enduring is something, it's not just you are doing to endure something, you have to suffer something. All right, that goes into patience as well. I have an ability to suffer out here, man. So you're going to have to go through things. And if you're called to be a soldier, man, you're going to have to go through things and endure as a good soldier, as the scripture goes into. We can go into this Genesis.
Matter of fact, let's start with that second Ezra first. You still have that? Okay. Matter of fact, I get it. I get it. The second Ezra chapter 7, because this is also what it come down to. And verse 57, y'all brothers can chime in. Second Ezra 7 and 57, it says, then answered he me and said, this is the condition of the battle. Now, when you go into this context, this is an angel talking to Ezra. And Ezra was complaining like, Lord, if we your chosen people, why are we going through this? Why are you allowing these heathens to oppress us? Right? And, just complaining, but in other words, he was in that fight. He was in that fight. And the angel told him, well, look, this is how I got to go down. This is the condition of the battle. Even in this world, in order to get a reward, you have to go through years of work, blood, sweat, and tears, 2 days for sports, school to be a lawyer for like 8 years. How much more the kingdom of heaven? To rule over the whole earth, to have dominion over the elements, people, animals. Come on, man. So we're going to have to go through a fight. So it says...
Let me say this real quick, because it goes back to something we were talking about a few weeks back when I said that because our people are visual, bro. Man, it'll leave you phase-dazed and amazed that our people, like the brother said, will give everything they got for 2 days. You'll go 8 years to be a goddamn lawyer and 12 years or whatever it is to be a doctor. You'll do all of that for the reward that's so damn minuscule and it's gonna perish one day.
Right.
But you won't put in the work to do this to get something that's eternal, that's gonna last forever. It just don't make sense to us the way y'all think and operate, man. And how it makes sense to y'all is beyond us, man.
Add on, man, it's ass backwards. All right, thinking that you ain't got to go through nothing to get something.
Right.
While you out here in this world, you're gonna put your elbows, your everything inside of it, you know, to attain nothing. At the end of the day, man. All these things are gonna perish away. I land back off the brothers, 2 Corinthians 4:17. It says, "For our light affliction, which is but for a moment, worketh for us a far more exceeding and eternal weight of glory." So it's far more exceedingly to put in this work, this holy work, this gospel, man, this soldiering and enduring, you know, in this faith.
For what? An eternal weight of glory. Not no 30, 40-year career where you're going to spend the first 10 years paying back a goddamn student loan. It ain't no payback on this. Once we get the reward, it lasts forever, eternally. How do you can't even weigh that against what you break your back, like the brother said. You break your back for minuscule shit that ain't gonna last, that's fleeting, but you won't even give, which is your reasonable service for an eternal weight of glory. All you asked us to do is give your reasonable service. You got it, Alex.
2 Ezra 7:57. Then answered he me and said, "This is the condition of the battle, which man that is born upon the earth shall fight." So everybody who come on the earth, hey, they gonna go through something.
Right.
Everybody gotta fight, but we fight for a better purpose, an everlasting purpose, man. It says that if he be overcome, he shall suffer as thou hast said. If you quit the fight, if you surrender, turn in your resignation, saying you don't want to do the work no more, you gonna be overcome.
Luke 9:62. No man having put his hand to the plow and looking back is fit for the kingdom of the Most High. You take your hands off the plow, hey, you screwed. It's over. You know, I ain't saying the Most High can't be merciful, but when you totally turn your back and then you done, then you done. You got it.
Come on, man. It says that if he be overcome, he shall suffer as thou hast said. But if he get the victory, you know the Lord likes soldiers, though. Think about what he told Gideon. The ones who scary, don't want to fight, tell them go their ass back home. And look, they left. The Lord only want to keep the ones who really want to fight. Just think about it. If Gideon would have never said, if you scared, go home, they would have went out and fought and could have, affected the whole army, man. But it says, but if he get the victory, he shall receive the thing that I say. And that's those who endure to the end. We gonna be, Lord willing, with that number. Like Yahushua said, worded to see him face to face, man. Want to hear, well done, our good and faithful servant.
Right. Like I said in Timothy, who don't want a crown, man? Yahushua himself is going to place a crown on your head. You don't want that? It's no greater glory, man. The best thing you can be, as far as we are, is an elect Israelite man in the kingdom of heaven.
Revelation 21:6. And he said unto me, it is done. I am Alpha and Omega, the beginning and the end. And I will give unto him that is the thirst of the fountain of the water of life freely. That's what's going on with this truth. Yahweh said that he that believeth on me, as the scriptures have said, out of his belly shall flow rivers of living water. Right? So Yahweh shall blessing us with that Holy Spirit to be able to understand the scriptures. It says, he that overcometh shall inherit all things, and I will be his God, and he shall be my son. So that's the requirements. And you got to overcome it. Then the Most High is going to deal with you. Then you're going to be set up in the kingdom. And then you're going to be known as one of those men that stood stiffly. But the fearful and unbelieving and the abominable and the murderers and the whoremongers and the sorcerers and the idolaters and all liars shall have their part in the lake which burneth with fire and brimstone, which is the second death. All right, so you're going to get destroyed. Hey, it started off by saying the fearful and unbelieving. Because, hey, if you be overcome, ultimately you just don't believe. Hey, so you're going to have your part in the lake of fire, which is the destruction.
You still have that Genesis? No, let's snag that real quick. Because, again, even our forefather Jacob, man, before he was able to be called Yashala, the son of, because What's a prince? The son of the king. So before he was able to be established as the son of the king, the prince of the power, he had to fight first. He had to fight. And that's the same. That's where we at right now. We in that fight, man. Let's because the scriptures go say it better than what we can. We start at 24. What is y'all gonna chime in?
This is the book of Genesis, chapter 28 and 24. It says, and Jacob was left alone, and there wrestled a man with him until the breaking of the day.
Right, the angel. Right, and we wrestling right now. Hey, not against flesh and blood, right? Spiritual wickedness, as Ephesians say. Right. Day to day, hey, your co-workers, that's a wrestle. Shit, your woman could be a wrestle, right? Different things we go through. That's a wrestling right there, man.
I just thought of something that's off kilter, but to me it was funny. It said he wrestled with the angel until the break of day. Who else talk like that, bro? Jake, that's us. You ain't never heard one of them Amalekites. You can hear it in rap songs. I do this till the break of day, or until the break of dawn. Don't nobody else talk like that. That show you even further. We them people, man. Break of day.
This is 25, and it says, and when he saw that he prevailed not against him, he touched the hollow of his thigh.
Right, so Jacob was getting busy, so the angel underestimated him a little bit, you know, although, you know, the Lord allowed it to happen. Right? But they was fighting, you know, they was fighting and he couldn't, you know, get Jacob how he wanted, like Elder Yashimamba was saying. Shit, really, Jacob would bust John Jones' ass. Anybody, all them top, because they was grappling.
Right.
That's what they wouldn't throw your set up, you know, knock the leaf off my shoulder, pick your square. They was grappling, man, real men, right? Warriors, right? So he popped Jacob hip out of joint. Now imagine that, how that feel. You could barely walk. But Jacob, let's see if he quit or what. Now what's our hip spiritual being out of joint when we take an L, when we go through trials and tribulation, when certain things hurt, when we fall, that's the hip out of joint, but that's an example. Don't stop fighting.
Yeah, I did too. Hey, the Most High really suppressed the angel's strength though. Because they probably about to start fighting. He probably like, man, this nigga ain't got nothing on me. Jacob probably started grasping. I was like, what the fuck? Like, what's going on? But the Lord did that though. Yeah. But that's why he had to do that to his hip though. Like,
Angel probably got hot for real. Like, you know, you be play fighting and somebody get serious.
Like the slap box, it's gonna always turn into a fight. So that's why I ain't never did this.
And Angel probably playing. Jacob was getting him. He got serious. You got it out.
It says in 26, it says that he said, let me go for the day breaking. And he said, I will not let thee go except thou bless me. It says, and he said, let me go for the day breaking. And he said, I will not let thee go except thou bless me.
Right? Jacob said, look, I'm not letting you go except you bless me. Hey, which Yahushua said, hold on fast, let no man take thy crown.
Right, till I come.
Till he come. That's the same thing. I'm not letting you go until you bless me. We have, man, the Lord bless us with, man, this first mercy, a chance to repent. Then he gave us this truth. Everybody don't have this opportunity, man. It could have, look, didn't it say we have the sand that is seeing the stars of the sky? I'm sure as many of the Israelites who smarter than us, who more articulate than us, who more handsome than us, got better jobs than us, but the Lord called us though. You see? You got it out. But let's see what happens since Jacob ain't let him go.
And at that point, Jacob ain't got nothing to lose. He already snapped his hip out of place.
Right.
Why let go now?
That's the tenacity you have to have with this truth, man. We've always prayed not for the Lord to take this stuff off of us, man. Not to take the spirit off of us, to keep us in this fight. Because we are in this fight right now, man.
And give you know strength to endure this fight, man.
That's right. As a matter of fact, since you brought that up, I get the etymology. Etymology online of the word endure. It says to undergo or suffer, especially without breaking. Also to continue in existence, make hard, harden, bear, tolerate, keep up, maintain. To make hard. All right? So through these circumstances, trials and tribulations we're going through, man, we're being built up and made tough for these days to be able to endure what's coming down the pipe.
Right.
All right. Back in Genesis 32 and 27, it says, and he said unto him, what is thy name? And he said, Jacob. And he said, thy name shall be called no more Jacob, but Israel, for as a prince hast thou power with Yahweh and with men and has prevailed.
Hey, that's awesome. Man. What's gonna be told the elect? Then the Most High said, you know, they go in that day. In that day, I'm gonna be their power. They shall be my people. But that's after the fight, though. Hey, the second covenant after the fight. New bodies after the fight. That's a reward after the fight, man. Right? But that's when we gonna be called the sons of the living power again after the fight is over with. You know, it says the fat lady sing. I mean, she goes, yeah, sing or scream. You know,
that's when we gonna take that Thanos rest.
Yeah.
After we done kicked ass and we done took care of all that, then we gonna get the rest.
Second Ezra 14 and 14. Let go from the mortal thoughts. Cast away the burdens of man. Put off now the weak nature.
That's it. Hey, because look, these people in the world, they worry about stuff of the world, the now. You know, the now. As far as, well, if the economy crashes, oh my God, how I'm going to eat. Right? How I'm going to go to my job. Or that's little shit. We ain't worried about that.
A bank account.
Right, bank account. We ain't worried about that, man. Right, the thoughts of man. Because look, then Yahweh Shah said, keep our eyes simple. Right. You focus on a whole lot of other stuff, you lose track of the task at hand, man.
Right.
God.
Yeah. This is 2 Ezra 14 and 15. And set aside the thoughts that are most heavy unto thee, and haste thee to flee from these times.
Right. We want to be accounted worthy to be able to flee from these times, man. And that's by putting on as the elect. That's by striving in this truth, you know, and doing what thus said the Lord when it comes down to it, man. That's how we're going to be accountable. We want to be found working when the Lord comes back, man. Like the brother was going to earlier, we want to hear those words from Yahweh that says, man, here's my good and faithful servant who I'm well pleased. All right, this is our Bob. He's a just man, you know, written about. And this is what you want to hear these days. And this is what we're striving for, man. Enduring it.
Right, because you damn sure don't want to depart from me. You work of iniquity, I knew you not. That's destruction.
I don't know. You can probably tell them nigga park right here in front of the VA. Brother, I'll read this. Brother, got something?
I had one.
No, you got it up.
That you was done on that, or was somebody?
For yet greater evils than those which thou hast seen happen shall be done thereafter. So basically, you know, what's going down right now really ain't nothing. You know, the things that have all happened before, you know, was to build us up. Right. Because the shit that's going to come down is going to be worse than it's ever been before.
Right. It's going to be a day like no other.
We have to put off that weak nature.
Right. We all got our time coming, just like Yahweh Shah had his time. And that was a tough time. You know, he was about to go through what he was about to go through. It's like the scripture said, the servant is not greater than his master. It's like the scripture said, put off the weak nature. Yahweh Shah, hey, after he prayed to the Father 3 times to not taste of that cup, and he had to tuck it up. You know, hey, this is what it is. He had to take that.
Paul too. Remember Paul? He was complaining about that infirmity he had. Yeah. But the Lord didn't answer him. He said, look, y'all got my grace is sufficient, so you have to what? Just get through it, man.
I think he prayed 3 times too. Hey, I think that's what he said.
This is Philippians 2 and 12, and it reads, wherefore, my beloved, as ye is also always obeyed, not as in my presence only, but how much more in my absence, work out your own salvation with fear and trembling. So that's twofold. That's going into 2 things. First of all, this is to build your integrity, because anybody can play chief Hebrew brother number 1, big brother almighty in front of brothers. But yeah, almighty, and clap your hands and ring whatever the phone. But then what are you doing when nobody's around with you? Right. That's where integrity comes in, you know. So this is to build your integrity, and it says, as ye have always obeyed, not as in my presence only, because again you can we done had cats in this camp and to come in and no longer here, then put on that front, put on those hands and play, you know, hey, I'm top dog, I'm the chief Israelite here, you know, but how much more in my absence? You see, because when you get tested, you're going to find most of the time you by yourself, man. They look around and like, man, handle that for me, man. No, you gotta handle that for yourself, man. That's why it says work out your own fear, your own salvation with fear and trembling. Yours, that's singular. You know, yeah, brothers will pray for you, brothers will be there for encouragement, man. But when it comes down to it, say like if your child dies, you there by yourself at 3:15 in the morning. Ain't nobody there but you. You got to deal with that, man. You know, so this builds integrity, and it also builds up the strength that we need to endure whatever we gonna go through, man. Whatever it is, you know. But that was it on that. I actually got it.
Hey, I keep it in this world. When you take tests in school, it's by yourself.
Come on.
It ain't no group test, you know.
Right.
You take tests by yourself, even in this world. How much more in the truth? Matter of fact, I'll get this real quick. Yeah. It's 2nd Ezra 7 and verse 6. You know, y'all got a point y'all can speak on. It says, there is also another thing. A city is builded and set upon a broad field and is full of all good things. What's that city? That's the kingdom. Now, it's set upon a broad field. It don't stop, right? It says the entrance thereof is narrow and is set in a dangerous place to fall. It's easy to fall, though. The reward is great, but it's hard to get there. It says, like as if there were a fire on the right hand and on the left a deep water, and only one path between them both, even between the fire and the water. And it's the back of what Yakana said. To back up that Philippians 2, it says only one path between them both, so small that there could but one man go there at once. Now it's going to be a multitude of people in the chariot, but each person had their own path to get there.
Right.
What has God done? Yeah, the Lord said we parts of the body, we got different blessings and abilities, but even we got different afflictions as well. But it's going to go through different things and the same things. You see? And it says, but this is the point. If this city now were given unto a man for an inheritance, if he never shall pass the danger set before it, then how shall he receive this inheritance? So if we don't fight the good fight, then how we going? What you gonna get rewarded with?
Right.
You know?
And even if you did get rewarded for not fighting, you wouldn't appreciate it, man. Anything worth having is worth fighting for. You know, and if you ain't gonna put up a fight to obtain and maintain what you got, then you ain't gonna appreciate it and it's gonna fade away.
It's like the team you won the championship basketball team. You ain't never put in no work. You been missing games. You ain't been there for practice. Nothing. And they win the championship. You come in there trying to celebrate. They ain't even gonna feel right. They gonna look at you like, bro, you ain't even put no work in.
Yeah, what my room, man.
Yeah, what you talking about?
All right, right quick. This is Matthew 22 and 14. It says, "For many are called, but few are chosen." All right, we're going into that battle and keeping it going and enduring it. All right, so if you don't have that endurance, you can't fight, man. You're not going to be chosen at the end of the day. You're not going to be able to endure. All right, so it says, "Many are called, few are chosen." So that means many ain't going to make it, man. The Lord's dealing with a remnant of the house of Israel when it comes down to it, man. Who's he going to say?
We can wind it down right there. You know, just want to hit a little pre-camp, a little spiritual blood flow. You know, below when we come back for camp. But with that, we want to give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'ashim, Yahushua, Ba'ashim, Ba'akadash, and your double honors unto the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and peace and blessings to all you out who pushing His word. And with that, Shalom.
Shalom.